So we are diving into the rabbit hole, into the mastermind of werewolf software. Oh, I love this. We're catching up with Wulf. I can't even say his
Sölter.
name. Sölter, who is our local of the week.
Hi!
So, first questions first. Would you say that you're a tormented genius?
Absolutely.
Wulf's not your regular name, so where do you hail from?
My parents are German hippies who
right.
ran away from Europe to avoid the nuclear explosion that later came out with Chernobyl.
So obviously tech is what makes you tick.
TikTok.
So when you first came into Queenstown, was it kind of tech savvy, or did you kind of have to like create this
Right, Queenstown is still very heavily tourism. So in the last few years, we have started building a bit more of a tech scene. We have a Queenstown technology group that meets once a month. There's all sorts of magic that happens here, and it's a little bit below the radar. We all find it amazing to have some pretty amazing talent come through town, and they end up working some questionable jobs.
What does Werewolf do?
Werewolf is...
It's like a rival app. Yeah.
So we...
Do your customers have to fill out waivers or forms when they arrive?
And that piece of paper needs to be filed for 10 years in case you come back with a bad back.
If you are dealing with a paper overload and messy marketing statistics, stop.
The clients offer the guest an iPad,
Yeah.
and all of that legal indemnity form gets done digitally.
Welcome to Werewolf. We make your world easier with a customized check-in app.
We're on a low monthly plan starting at $89.95.
The main reason why I'm here, I'm interested about the Queenstown Whinge, the infamous Queenstown Whinge. Everybody's interested about it. How did it come to be?
I created an experiment. I wanted to see what got more traction, positivity, good karma Queenstown, or the negativity of a whinge page. So I created the whinge as an opportunity for people to get the small niggles off their chest. I have a lot of love for Scotty Stevens, and he did pat me on the back once and say, hey, you remember that Lakes Weekly had a whinge page first? I'm like, yeah, I know.
But would you say that the Queenstown Whinge is a healthy way for Queenstowners to vent there?
Not at all. Queenstown Whinge was toxic. It was horrible. There were times when the whinge did pull people together and have a productive result. Since day one, whinge was read by Queenstown Police and the council. Journalists got their stories from it, which was lazy journalism, but you know, these things happen. People are very quick to jump on a negative bandwagon. The way I've sort of been looking at it is the good house party. You know, it starts off a little bit quiet, then your house party is all good and fun and the cool people arrive and everyone's having a good time. But then by the time it gets to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and at some point you just have to make the call of, guys, go home. And that's where we got to, unfortunately.
Yeah, so you've cut it completely.
Cut it, it's gone, it's dead.
Gone.
It's dead. Bye.
The only whinge out there is Queenstown Tom Lynch whinge. Still, you carried it on for years, though.
Too long. Unfortunately, too long.
What was the straw that broke the camel's back?
Doing 4 weeks off Facebook. I deleted my Facebook account for a month, and it was glorious. I came back and I went up the bush clearing some traps, and I came out and my phone exploded with whinge notifications and people asking me why have they been banned and can they be let back in, and reporting this post for swearing and reporting, and I just realized that I don't want that mess on my shoulders. So
would you say that the Wulf online is a completely different person to the person sitting here?
Oh, completely. Yeah. The Wulf online who used the C word and the F word and the whatever else word, that is having a bit of fun and a bit of banter, and that therein lies one of the reasons that I decided to pull an end to it, is that what I saw as a bit of fun, people saw as the real me.
I definitely thought you were quite scary.
I'm not.
Yeah. What would be your Queenstown niggle that's still present?
I'm going to say Queenstown is full. Full. F-U-L.
Yeah.
Queenstown is not the first tourist resort destination. The fact that we're not learning what Aspen or St. Moritz have done is completely astounding, that we keep trying to turn more areas into car parks rather than funding good public transport infrastructure.
Obviously there's more to you than Queenstown Winch. We've touched on Queenstown Winch, but you do a lot of conservation work.
Yes, so I'm involved with a Queenstown Climbing Club.
And you're also delivering from New Zealand as well, delivering nationwide pizzas.
Yes. Is it pizzas with spaghetti on them?
Yeah, I don't know.
Spaghetti on pizza? Don't know.
Went down the rabbit hole, and actually, it was a nice cup of tea. It was good.
A nice cup of tea?
Yeah.
You promised me donuts.
I did too. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you very much.
our local of the week. Would you say that you're a tormented genius?
Absolutely. There is so much suffering and pain. It's deep, it's dark. I write poetry, but the poetry would just be too much. I'm sorry.